Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to another Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord video. Today we are diving in and taking a look at an extremely exciting mod that I've had my eye on for a little while. This is the Bretwalda mod, a mod set in the age of the Vikings, and my god, have they done some pretty amazing stuff already. Obviously this mod is not out yet, and I want to go ahead and give the developers a massive thank you for not only letting me going ahead and show this off to you guys, but also for giving me some unique footage that no one else has also got yet. So I really do appreciate them taking the time out of their day to give each of the YouTubers that have taken a look at this their own unique footage. It's really awesome, so I do appreciate it. But as I said, this mod is set in the age of the Vikings and has that basically nailed down to a T. We have naval battles, coastal rages, village sieges. We have really cool custom epic battles actually in sieges with custom fortresses, which will show off in this video. So all of that stuff looks absolutely amazing, and they really are trying to capture that Viking raiding-esque feel in this mod. So first things first, we'll dive in and take a look at the naval battles, because obviously that's pretty exciting. Bannerlord doesn't have naval battles in it, but it does with this mod. So we'll dive in, we'll take a look at how they function, then we'll take a look at sieges, and then we have some awesome land battles as well as coastal raid battles, which we'll take a look at throughout this video. Okay, so now we are taking a look at the campaign map of Bretwalda, which will be set in Britain, as well as having eventually the coast of Norway and also the coast of Europe, which I think will make for some really exciting gameplay, as well as some really exciting battles with all the different cultures throwing in. But as you can see, the naval combat works really well. You can move yourself onto sea at any point, and you will just kind of, if you own a boat, you will then just be able to start moving, and then all of a sudden, you can now start to see the ships moving closer and closer towards one another. This is how naval combat is going to work. Do keep in mind though, this is still very much a rough concept. The mod isn't done yet. It's still very much a work in progress. So expect stuff like the AI and other, kind of things to really kind of develop over time and how they'll work. This is obviously a smaller ship as well. Ships can get much larger. They've shown in a few other videos, and I think I have a few of the larger ships to show off to you guys in a second. You'll be able to see that the ships can get much larger, and that will give you obviously a lot more space to have more soldiers maneuver on them. It'll be very interesting as well to see if you will be able to at some point actually go ahead and have multiple ships kind of all colliding into just one big naval Viking battle. That would be really goddamn awesome. As you can really imagine, like a fleet of Vikings moving around the campaign map, raiding and attacking villages at will. Man, that would be so that would be so much fun. And there you go. This is one of the biggest ships currently in the game. I believe at the moment there are 5 to 6 tiers of different ships, starting from just like a rowboat all the way up to a long ship. I think you also have cogs as well. So again, kind of the fact that this is like possible really kind of, lifts the bar of what they can do now that they've got something like in this. They can really take this and, take it to the moon if they want to. So yeah, something I'm hoping eventually they'll be able to add on later on down the line. This is obviously just multi-ship battles, and yeah, just really kind of go that way, because yeah, it looks amazing. They've done an amazing job with these naval battles so far, and the fact that they've got them to work, the fact that you can just maneuver around the sea as a Viking lord is epic. And yeah, I assume that these are the long ships that they're talking about, the upper tiers of these ships. So yeah, definitely just expanding that would be absolutely amazing. The next thing we get to look at is going to be the coastal raids, and this is obviously super important to the era. This happened all over the British Isles, so it will be great to see kind of how they do represent it in the campaign map. I assume, when you do land, you might be receiving resistance against enemy lords who are looking to repel your invasions right away. And as you can see, the Viking landing has not gone untested. The soldiers have arrived and looking to start raiding the countryside. However, the English lords are prepared to repel them, and they've set up a pretty nice formation to do so. So that was just a little glimpse about how the actual raiding system will work, at least at the coast, because again, lots of settlements will be along the riverbed for the Vikings to actually raid on the campaign map, which will be very exciting. So now let's move over and actually take a look at the sieges. This is something I'm very much looking forward to, because they've done a really good job with them. Okay, so we are now in the siege battles, and as you can see, they look absolutely spectacular. They've done a great job at mapping out the fortresses. I really do feel like I am in a Viking siege right now. Not only that, you can also see as well that they had added in more ladders. I think this is something that vanilla Bannerlord really needs to do with its sieges, to have more attack points, have more positions where you can assault the settlement. So I really like that we have 3, 4, 5 ladders scattered throughout the settlement, giving the attackers the extra opportunity to assault this settlement. Now, obviously, it's still the Bannerlord AI, so hopefully we'll see improvements there. But the settlement itself looks great, and it's also great to see as well the AI actually fighting pretty effectively. It knows what it's doing on this settlement, even if it is a little bit janky here and there. That's obviously just Bannerlord in general. So right now the soldiers are trying their best to actually break down this gate. As soon as they do get in the gate, you're going to immediately see the death trap that they are going to be facing. And again, this is really representative of the, I don't know if that's even the word, but it does very much represent the battles and the siege and the castle maps of the time, because as soon as they break through the settlement, it is an absolute death trap. There are archers, the attackers are funneled into this really small defensive position. You can already see there's a few archers there at the get-go. I feel like I'm at a Helm's Deep right now trying to break through, and yeah, they're definitely put up against it, as they're driven into choke points for the defenders to try their best. And that's pretty awesome as the defenders just continue to smack down this. And obviously this will be one of many settlements. They're planning on having custom scenes for every single settlement in the game. So not only that, you'll also be seeing settlements elsewhere. So you can see right there as well, you're kind of funneled into this tight kind of avenue to attack. You'll have soldiers defending it. The defenders will be able to shoot down their archers from this position. So if you're actually defending this settlement, there is actually plenty of positions where you can really try and repel the attackers. Now we get a good little glimpse about, the settlement itself once it's been pretty much taken at this point. However, at least the outer layers have been taken at this point. Now they're pushing in to the inner layers, having to smash down another gate. And again, I absolutely love this multi-level sieges. It's exactly what I want. Having defenders not only defend the outer layer, but also like the inner keep layer. I think this is something, again, that Bannerlord should just have implemented themselves. So it's great to see the modders kind of, implementing my wish list of Bannerlords into certain games. And right now you can see the attacking Vikings breaking through and then obviously making their way into a shield wall situation. You also would have noticed as well right there is they managed to destroy part of the gate but not all of it. So again, you kind of have this option of just funneling your way through, rushing the enemy, or you can spend a little bit more time actually breaking down the left hand side of this gate so you can get more of your soldiers into the inner abbey kind of area of the settlement. But I mean, honestly, they've done an amazing job here with the sieges. I have to really give them props right there, because they've added in a lot of really amazing stuff that I would love to see. You have that outer layer, which I think flows really well. It's big open areas, so the AI won't be super clunky. There's really good death traps where you can set up archers either side of that gate. As they break through, all the archers just fire down relentlessly into the attackers, as you have a shield wall defending at the bottom of that kind of rampart in. It's amazing. And obviously you have that inner layer as well, and again, this is just one of many settlements that we'll hopefully see, so big props to them there. Okay, so after watching that amazing siege gameplay, we're now going to be taking a look at some of the land battles. Again, this is going to be a large basis of what you do in the game. And you can see right now the great Viking hordes moving forward to descend upon their opponents. And it's really good. I love the way that they've gone ahead and created this really fun battle system where it's not just land battles and some sieges here and there. There's going to be coastal battles and naval battles. And I think it's going to really make the campaign a lot of fun, because you're going to be, experimenting and playing with all these different type of battles, so things are going to really feel fresh a lot of the time. As well as that, you guys will also be able to see all the units in the game. Again, lots of these units are still very much work in progress. They will be getting new assets and added stuff in. I believe some units do still have vanilla stuff in, which is obviously being replaced as and when they get the stuff. But the shield walls look amazing. They have also as well in their dev document that they gave to us YouTubers to kind of learn more about the game. They have also said that they have reworked spear combat as well. Obviously spears being the primary weapon of the age, who was probably one of the greatest military weapons. So it's great to see that they have gone and actually taken time to improve them in the campaign map, because again, spears were very important, so they have taken that time to actually go ahead and improve them in the actual battle system, so soldiers wielding spears won't be completely outclassed in certain areas than they will be in other areas. As well as that, they have also given me a nice little document showing off what they're going to be planning on doing through each of the releases. So for the first alpha, which is going to be closed, they're planning on adding in a complete naval combat transportation mode, naval combat with the maps. They're looking to add in custom terrain, new settlements, finalizing vista textures, as well as custom icons. That's all going to be done in the first alpha, along with the troop trees for the Anglo-Saxons, the Anglos, the Saxons, the Britons, the Norse, and the Picts. So we're going to have a lot to mess around with in that closed alpha, which I'm very much excited for. As well as that, they're planning in adding in cultures for, again, the Anglo-Saxons, Britons, Norse, Picts, and also the Galais. I think I butchered that. They also obviously look on having custom music being added to the game. For the closed alpha, it's just going to be the main menu, but as the mod gets more and more developed, they will be adding in more tracks to, again, make you feel like you're fighting in a Viking world, which, again, is always really important. As well as that, they're also obviously looking for loading screens and a duel system as well, so you can go off and challenge Ragnar Lothbrok or something to a 1v1, take him down, and then you are a true Viking lord. As well as that, in the closed alpha, they're planning on having 3 complete major city maps and a couple smaller village maps. I believe the village maps can actually be upgraded as well, which is pretty exciting to have, walls and settlements and more defenses, which again is super, super important. In phase 2 of their release, they're planning on making it so that you can obviously purchase boats, which is going to be pretty important, and also boat upgrades. I really like that idea, and a nice way of you investing more time into actually improving the ship that you've got, making it faster, making it tankier, making it so that maybe it can go down certain waterways that maybe other boats can't. Stuff like that will be really, really exciting. They also obviously going to be planning on finalizing all the English settlement locations for the campaign map in this phase 2, as well as adding in the Galais troops as well. Plenty more music being added, more improvements to the spears, more scenes in battle maps and settlements, and just obviously overall improving a lot of other stuff with textures and armor, as well as actually implementing a character creation system. And then finally, in phase 3, they're planning on adding in Norway, the European coast, lots of more battle scenes, lots of more music, way more models, as well as other stuff, just kind of generally improving everything. And then for the final public release, for the first public release, I should say, this is when everybody's going to be playing it, when it's no longer in a beta. We will have, the Norse English coast settlements, all place battle themes, scenes being, a lot of major cities being done. I think they've said in this document they want around about 25 of the major settlements being completely done, and then 2 to 3 village maps per culture as well, which is very exciting. Battle maps for Norway and Europe, as well as improved siege maps for major cities. So again, tons of really exciting stuff, as well as an expanded quest system as well, so stories implemented in that as well. So honestly, the mod is looking great. I cannot wait to see what they continue on doing. I feel like they're doing some really cool, interesting and unique stuff in this mod, and they're really going above and beyond. Instead of just kind of developing Bannerlord, but it's on an English map, they're really looking for every small detail they can do to actually make it feel like you're in a Viking world, whether it is the coastal sieges or the naval battles or the multi-level sieges. All that stuff is absolutely amazing. So once again, I obviously want to go ahead and give a massive thank you to the developers for letting me show off this footage. They didn't have to obviously send me some unique footage that only I have, so I'm very excited that they did go ahead and do that, so I really do appreciate it. I think the siege maps look amazing. Let me know what you guys thought of the siege maps down below in the description. As well as that, make sure you go over to their Discord. I'll leave all the links to all their social stuff where you can follow this mod down below in the description. I highly recommend you check out their Discord, obviously. It's a great way just to keep up to date and kind of see what's going on with the project. As well as that, they are obviously still looking for more people to join their team as well, so I have all that information down below in the description. But yeah, definitely keep up to date with this mod. It's going to be special. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I will be going ahead and letting you guys know whenever there is new exclusive information or some exclusive gameplay. Again, I'd love to work with them again. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.